3. So last week we discussed the mantra 2, which basically explains that everything is the property of the Supreme Lord. Everything we see is the property of God, Krishna. So we have assumed our proprietorship over things which do not belong to us. For example, this country, Canada. It was not called Canada 500 or 600 years ago. Right? It was just there, lying. And similarly, in the future, it will not be called Canada. The things will change again, as it is the custom in this material existence. But for the time being, we're living in this illusion, this is Canada. And we put borders around this land, and if someone wants to come, we say, no, you show me the passport, your visa, what is this? Check your pockets, everything, whether you are a terrorist or not. So this is how we live. We live in a big illusion. We think that this is my country, this is my family, this is my property, this is my bank account, this is my body. Even this very body doesn't belong to us. It belongs to Krishna. This body consists of 5 elements, gross: earth, water, fire, air, ether. And subtle: mind, intelligence, ego. This is what Krishna explains in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna has 2 energies. God is not just some concept. He has his energies, and these energies are present all around us. God is not abstract. He's right here, right now. We can actually see God. We can see him through his energies. Just like you might be in a big establishment, some big company, Ford company for making cars. So you go to the factory, Ford company, and you might not see Mr. Ford personally, but he's there. By his order, everything is going on in the factory. The cars are being manufactured and so on and so on. So Mr. Ford is there. And we can actually contact Mr. Ford. If we engage ourselves in the factory and work very nicely, get a promotion, ultimately we can meet Mr. Ford personally. So in the same way, we can meet Krishna personally. But we have to give up this challenging attitude. Sometimes people say, I don't believe in God. If there is a God, I want to see. I cannot see. That's why he doesn't exist. So this we have to give up. We have to understand Krishna is not our servant. He's not going to come just because we flick a finger like that. He is the Supreme Godhead. He's controlling this whole material manifestation. Our so-called Canada, it's just a tiny little insignificant speck of dust in this vast universal manifestation, isn't it? Very insignificant problems we're dealing with. This terrorism and that, very insignificant. This planet Earth, very tiny, floating in the universe, right? But from the Vedas, we have the information that actually even this universe, so vast, so great, so wonderful, is coming from the skin holes of Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu is such a gigantic body. He's lying on what is called a causal ocean, and through the skin holes, from the pores of his skin, all the different universes are coming like bubbles. You see, so you can imagine how small, if you analyze the hair, where is it coming from? It's so tiny, that little tiny pore. So innumerable universes are manifested from his transcendental body, and then they merge when he breathes in. He breathes out, all the universes are manifested. He breathes in, all are destroyed. Everything is merged into his body. So, see, everything is relative. Our problems are relative to our conception. But when we read from the Vedas how insignificant this whole material manifestation is, then our perception is a little different. That's why a self-realized soul, self-realized person, a Hare, a person who is sober, he's not agitated by the dualities of this material existence. Good, bad, kind, unkind, evil, terrorist, and so on and so on. These are all dualities. We have to go beyond the dualities, come to the transcendental platform. I am eternal. I am Satchit Ananda. There was never a point when I was created. There was never such a point. I am eternal. My existence is eternal. Just like Krishna is eternal, I am also eternal. Along with him, God is not alone. He's always with his parts and parcels. With his parts and parcels. So, what are we doing here in this material world? In this material body, which is temporary? This is the fundamental question of human life. If we do not ask this question, then we're not better than the animals. This is the criticism of our spiritual master, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. He has very much criticized the modern, so-called modern society. From the Vedas we have the information that this material manifestation is going on in cycles. So what we called modern is actually just one a period in a cycle which repeats itself. Just imagine, people already had iPhones, internet, Facebook, and all these things millions and millions and millions of years ago. When an age like this was going on. And this happened innumerable times, this whole cycle, this whole so-called history. So the Vedas, they give information about all of this. But from the context, from the position of transcendental platform. Because if you come to the transcendental platform, when you understand, I am not this body. Just like Krishna, he gives a very nice argument. In the past, you had the body of a small baby. Right? That body is no longer here. You're still here. That means you're not the body. If you were the body, you'll be dead and gone with a baby body, which is not the case. So, if you come to that position of a Hare, a self-realized man, then you're not bewildered by these things. So, in our Krishna consciousness philosophy, we define advancement as the advancement of consciousness, not the advancement of the body, not the advancement of the animalistic activities. Eating, sleeping, sex, fighting. The animals, they also do that. They also have families. They also have different groups fighting with one another. They also eat, they also sleep, they do all these things. So if we simply utilize the human form, the human assets we have, the highly advanced intelligence, the highly advanced mind, and so on and so on, simply to advance the animalistic activities, just like the dog is eating a bone, we eat in a nice restaurant, but the activity is the same, eating. You have simply advanced to be a highly polished animal. This is your advancement. Instead of eating, without any discrimination, like a dog on the street, you put a nice dye, and but you're just like a dog. You're just like a dog. Sleeping, same thing. Sex life, same thing. So this is not the advancement. Unfortunately, this is considered to be advancement in our society. And you have now eating very nicely, and you sleeping all very high class. and you having sex life in so many different ways. But this is not advancement. This is actually a failure. Because in a human form of life, we have that great ability which distinguishes us from animals, and that is the ability to question. Atatu Brahma Jigyasa. Brahma Jigyasa. We should inquire about spiritual matters. This is what distinguishes us from animals. Sometimes sentimental people, they say, oh, no, animals and man is the same thing. Sometimes the animals, I like animals more than man. Disappointment. I become disappointed. In a human society, so many injustices are going on. So people, they take up this philosophy. The animals are more elevated than the humans. In one sense, yes, because they're not misusing their position. The humans, they're misusing. But every human has this opportunity to take advantage of that great asset. Just like if you have $1 million on your bank account, you have it there, but you never utilize this asset. Sometimes people ask, well, why should I do this? Why should I chant Hare Krishna? Why should I worry about it? I just enjoy and I do. I'm kind to others. What's the problem? I'm not doing anything bad. Why are you forcing me into this spiritual realization and deep topics? What is this? Well, if you have $1 million on your bank account, you never utilize it, and provided I know about it, that you have the $1 million, and I try to tell you, you have $1 million, and this is how you can withdraw the $1 million, and you can enjoy very nicely. Isn't that very nice? If I tell you like that, it is very nice. I'm a good friend, right? And if I know, oh, he has $1 million, but he's a fool, he doesn't know. And I know, but I'm not going to tell him just to enjoy his suffering, then I'm his worst enemy. You see? So this this asset of human form to inquire about spiritual matters should be fully utilized. And as Prabhupada says in the purport, if we simply make an attempt, what to speak of attaining perfection in Krishna consciousness, if we simply try, even that is considered to be an asset. Because whatever advancement you make in spiritual consciousness, that is a permanent asset. That will never be taken from you. Whatever you have left off, you will continue in your next life. That is, Krishna gives a promise in the Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna, he is challenging Krishna. What's going to happen if I fail? If a yogi fails in this process of Krishna consciousness, what's going to happen? He has sacrificed the material aspirations, the material advancement. He has not pursued his career. And at the same time, he took up spirituality, he didn't achieve success. So isn't he like a ribbon cloud with a sphere in no, with place in no sphere? A ribbon cloud, where the cloud is separated, then it vanishes. You see? Very fast. So he compares it like that. I didn't achieve success either here, neither here. So I'm kind of like a ribbon cloud. I'm divided into two, and I have no position in any sphere, neither material, neither spiritual. So Krishna says, no. Such a person, he will take birth in the family of Suchina, or Srimata, highly elevated Brahminical family, spiritual family, or a family of rich mercantile men. Why is this? Because a rich person, he already has the material advancement taken care of. He has a very, what is it called? Inheritance, big inheritance, because he can inherit the money. As they say, he's born with a silver spoon in his mouth. So then he has the opportunity. Okay, I don't have to work hard for simply to pay bills. I can now go to India or make an experiment, try to inquire about spiritual matters. such a birth is favorable. Sometimes people think rich people, they're materialistic and so on and so on. No, no, no. It is favorable for spiritual advancement. Of course, if he doesn't utilize the chance, then it becomes very unfavorable for developing spiritual matters. One becomes forgetful, he becomes more and more addicted to sense pleasures, dangerous. And a person who's born in a pure, pious family, that is also a good opportunity, which can also be misused. And there's another opportunity. Someone takes birth in a family of a devotee. That is the most favorable. Someone who's born in a family of a devotee of Krishna, from the very beginning, he's continuing his practice of Krishna consciousness. Just like our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, he also appeared in a family of a pure devotee. His father told him from the very beginning about Krishna consciousness. He was worshipping Radha Krishna deities since he was a little child. He organized a small Ratha Yatra festival in a neighborhood at the age of 5 or 7, like that. And similarly, his spiritual master, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, he also took birth in such a family of pure devotees. So this is very favorable. And this we can achieve simply if we make an attempt. Such favorable birth we can achieve when we simply make an attempt to practice this Krishna consciousness. It is not difficult. Just as I was telling Stuart before you came, simply you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and you take Krishna Prasadam, food which is offered with love and devotion to Krishna. If you simply focus on these, there are of course many rules, there are many other rules and regulations. It is a science, it is a process. But if you simply focus on these two in the beginning, chant Hare Krishna and take as much Krishna Prasadam as your belly can hold, then you make a very, very fast advancement. That is guaranteed. That is guaranteed. But unfortunately people, they do not want even that. It is so difficult even to do these two activities. Chanting Hare Krishna, just like we did. Very nice. And taking Krishna Prasadam. It's like if you come here, we cook for Krishna every day. We cook and we're ready to supply the whole Montreal. We can supply Krishna Prasadam. We have that confidence that Krishna will supply all the necessities. How we're managing, the two of us, monks. No job, no bank account, no rich family, no nothing. Some or other, Krishna, he maintains us. So on that principle, we're confident that no matter how many people come, we can feed them all with Krishna Prasadam. This is the meaning of Krishna Prasadam. It means a mercy. Everything is mercy of Krishna. Even your meat eating, even your Burger King or this and that, even that is mercy of Krishna. Unless Krishna supplies earth, water, fire, air, ether, you cannot take advantage of these facilities. Even that is mercy of Krishna. So the difference is that you do not acknowledge the mercy of Krishna and we acknowledge. And because you do not acknowledge the mercy of Krishna, you think that, oh, I have made this. There is no God. I have to work hard. I have to work hard, and that is your punishment. You have to work hard for your illusion. See, people think, I'm controlling my life. I'm in charge of everything. I have money, I have this, I have that, and I can control everything and everyone. And, if someone impedes with my sense gratification, I get in the tank, I get in the airplane, I drop an atomic bomb on his head. So because he's thinking like this, then he has to worry. The whole life simply worrying. I have to control everything and everyone and myself and my family and my country and my everything. Controlling. And the result is that he cannot control anything. Everything is a failure. And ultimately he has to leave his position. The death comes and kicks on his butt. He has to leave everything. Okay, my friend, now you finish this show of controlling and go with me.